JAMARI part 2 to Kris Tyson situation. Alright, I guess it got worse, man. And this man literally dropped the video yesterday. The next day we got this one. Let's get it.
So just yesterday, the dominoes started falling, and now everyone has been weighing in on the Kris Tyson situation, where his past has now been dredged up, and it was revealed that he was very publicly a fan of some disgusting art that's really just a loophole so that adults can enjoy. Kris was such a big fan of this style of art, in fact, that back in the day he bought a print from this guy named Shadman, who was infamous for creating this stuff, and he went out and hung this up in his living room for everyone to see. Above that, he had some eerily similar accusations as Dr. Disrespect did only a few weeks ago regarding interactions with one of his biggest fans who at the time was 30 years old. Well, now, like what often happens when someone gets put in a situation like this, more people have come forward with their stories regarding Kris. Old videos have resurfaced, and more messages have come to light. And I'm going to begin to all...
Damn it. Dog. Oh, bro, that shit's crazy how that works, bro. It takes one thing to come out, and everybody else, it just comes trickling down and weigh in on their experience with a certain person or a certain thing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
All of that and more in today's video. First, I did want to talk about some of the tweets and statements that Lava continued to make yesterday, where he says, "Can you guys help me counter all of these lies? Kris's messages to me were sent in public Discord servers and groups, but everyone is framing it as if it was one-on-one. Kris literally did nothing wrong." So it seems like he's going to be holding true to his original statement that he was not a victim and that he never got inappropriate with Kris. I will say I have seen this guy catching quite a bit of flack online, and I absolutely do not support any of that. The thing is, guys, when it comes to a potential victim like this guy could possibly be, it's actually very common for them to come out and to defend their potential abuser. You have to remember, this guy was a huge super fan of Mr. Beast and Kris. He probably held them in a very high regard. So the mere idea of losing that relationship and everything coming crashing down around him has probably been very hard for this person, Lava. I'm not saying that anything concrete happened between them. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if this guy, who's still only like 20 years old, is very scared right now. Now, this to me is where things start to get very interesting, because Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast, begins...
And it's like, again, I don't say anything I say in this is not to defend Kris. You know what I'm saying? At all. Going back to Lava and him being scared or being worried or whatever. Rightfully so, bro, because look, that's probably the most views he's gotten on a tweet. 2.7 million, bro. Now the world has their eyes on this man, bro. Whether he's telling the truth or lying, whether he's defending Kris or not. Bro, the internet can be fucking scary, bro. And not for nothing, God forbid, and I hope this ain't the case, but you never know with the internet, bro. He's probably getting death threats and just threats in general over the internet, bro. And it's unfortunate, but like, he's probably scared, bro.
This guy, who's still only like 20 years old, is very scared right now. Now, this to me is where things start to get very interesting, because Jimmy, aka Mr. Beast, begins to be involved. So there used to be this guy named Jake Franklin, aka Jake the Viking, who would often appear in Mr. Beast's video. Apparently, they were pretty good friends. But around 4 years ago, it seemed like he was just cut off completely. They stopped asking him to be in these videos, and eventually he was left to kind of just do his own thing. Well, in the midst of all the drama yesterday, he came out with some tweets. I know the Lava GS they are mentioning in the video. This ain't good for Beast. He also responded to another tweet and says, Kris should tell everyone how old the girl was he was snapping that sent him his first ever pair of Gucci slides.
Whoa. What the fuck? Okay. Alright. I'm probably not the only one. If I am, whatever. That looks sus on him, bro. Him coming out during a situation, trying to expose more things, right? It could be looked at both ways. The truth, or he clout chasing. That's the thing with the internet. You don't know who's clout chasing, who's telling the truth. who's lying. You don't know, bro. What? I guess you could say it's convenient that he's coming out during a point in time where things are getting exposed for him to add on to it. You feel me? But it's like, where the fuck were you before shit started getting exposed? Where'd you get this information from? Did it just click in your head after everything just started coming to light? Because that's the thing, bro. When people come out during the time something is happening, for example, Dr. Disrespect, and a lot of people are coming out trying to, you know, add on to the shit that he's done or said or whatever. I don't know, bro. It's kind of like, why wait that long? Were you ever gonna let this out to see the light? Or you just waited for the opportunity? You feel me? To wait and see if somebody's gonna expose the person. I don't know, bro. But this can be looked at two ways: the truth, or he's clout chasing. Who knows?
On how old the girl was he was snapping that sent him his first ever pair of Gucci slides. And I understand why he's coming out with these tweets now that all of this is unfolding, but like, dude, if you knew that some sick shit was going on in the background, especially regarding people who are underage, why didn't you speak up about this before?
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Why hold on to information when something happens and just hold on to it, bro? And then years down the line, if something does happen or gets exposed, this is where you come in. What? Why didn't you say anything? Literally, why the fuck didn't you say anything? Now, let's take into consideration getting sued. I'm sure Mr. Beast or Kris back in the day, probably even now, they're gonna try to sue him for whatever, defamation or whatever, right? I don't know, but like, I'm glad he fucking said it, because that's pretty much what I was trying to say.
Backgrounds, especially regarding people who are underage. Why didn't you speak up about this before? And in the most cryptic tweet of them all that he would send out yesterday, he would say, Jimmy knew. Obviously alluding to the idea that Jimmy has possibly...
Alright. Oh man, he ballsy. He clout chasing, lying, or he fucking ballsy, bro. Like, which one is it, bro?
Known about this behavior for a very long time. I mean, with all of this now coming to light with some of the messages I'm about to show you guys in a second, I'm gonna change my stance to say that Mr. Beast has to put out some sort of statement about this situation. And here's a little excerpt from this video that was posted 4 years ago,
this is old,
where Jake talks about disbanding from the Mr. Beast team.
Yep. Probably, if you're a Mr. Beast fan, you probably have noticed I have not been in the videos as of late. In fact, the last video I was in was hide and seek. Second hide and seek video that was posted back January some date. And then after that, I was no longer asked to be in any videos. I was still on.
What if he got dropped because he knew that information? If that's the case, that looks crazy sus on Mr. Beast and the team, bro. Not gonna lie.
On payroll, still getting paid. And I took that kind of, this is cool, I get to sit at home and get paid, but at the same time, you know, what's actually going on. And everyone I talked to never really gave me any answers till super recently, when finally I was able to meet down a couple people and kind of put everything out on the table. And it came down to my piece no longer fit the puzzle. If that's the best way to put it.
So he goes on in this video to actually be pretty respectful towards Mr. Beast. He was thankful for the opportunity. And at least here, which this is like 4 years ago, he says he feels no ill will towards him or anyone on the team. But now that more is now coming to light, we see that that might not be true. Keemstar would also tweet out yesterday, Kris Tyson supported the cartoon P artist Shadman that drew my daughter at 8 years old in a sexual manner. This is...
Huh? His daughter, bro? What the fuck?
Is a known fact. Privately, me and Kris Tyson even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, as it still upsets me, which is very understandable. And I actually did go back and research this a little bit myself, where I found an old live stream from Shadman being confronted about drawing these pictures of Keemstar's daughter. And even at that time, he
Nah. Bro. No. Now let me ask this. Obviously, we don't know who the fuck this guy is. We don't know who he is. He's a guy in a mask, alright? What did he do? What did he do in this situation, bro? Cause I am not sleeping until I find this fucking guy. His daughter, bro. I'm not sleeping, gang. I'm not sleeping, gang. Bro.
Acknowledge how much of a disgusting scumbag he truly is.
Dog.
About it, to be honest, but yeah, it's pretty weird. Let's all agree, and I think you're kind of a weird guy.
I totally am. I that's my thing. I totally am.
Look, all I'm saying is there's a reason that
That's my thing. I like drawing that type of shit. Fucking dirty ass.
freaks like that need to hide their face. And the fact that that information was very public back in the day, 8 years ago, before he ever purchased that art, kind of just tells me how much of a degenerate he had to be to still be supporting someone like Shadman. They even dug up his old Reddit, which he also had exposed himself via some sort of tweet a couple months back, and they say the joke is that Shadman makes of anything. This right here is apparently Kris's old account, and he says it ain't unless it's got a... Yeah, I'll let you read that. And he also continues on to say, "Ah yes, this will make a fine addition to my collection." And something tells me, guys, that he was not joking.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. You know what just clicked in my fucking head? Do you know what just clicked in my fucking head, bro? He has a son. He has a fucking son, bro. And this is the shit he was doing in the past before his son, bro. Bro, this looks crazy, bro. This looks crazy. This looks fucking wild, gang.
And this is just stuff that Kris was out there posting publicly. Like, I'm gonna need that hard drive pulled pretty soon. And that's if the black SUVs haven't already shown up at the house. And I'm not talking about the FBI's, I'm talking about Mr. Beast's. Now here's where things potentially get even darker for Mr. Beast, as another alleged former employee came out to say this.
Hold on, let me turn off the music. I'm outside Mr. Beast's studio.
Nah, guys, the fact that that song and Drake's name has become, like, synonymous with these type of accusations is crazy. But let's get back to the video.
Right now. Here's a cornfield. I'll explain that tomorrow. I've just been driving by looking to see, you know, is there an FBI raid going on? What's happening? My name's Dawson. I worked at Mr. Beast from February to May of this year, 2024. Kris is the tip of the iceberg. And when Jake the Viking says Mr. Beast knew, yeah, Mr. Beast knew. I heard many times that Ava, Kris Tyson, is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she...
What? Threaten legal action, bro? Doesn't that make her look sus? Boy, I ain't gonna lie, you got balls to be coming at... You got balls to be trying to threat any legal action against Mr. Beast, bro, or anybody involved with... What? Nah, gang, that looks sus on him, bro.
Is a major liability, but they can't get rid of her because she's already threatened legal action and she knows too much.
Cause I'm gonna fuck up. I noticed me fucking up in the first reaction. When we talk about Kris, I was saying he, okay? I don't mean that in no disrespect. I get that she transitioned, okay? So if I slip up and mess up, I apologize in advance, all right?
And when all this information comes out about everything that she knew, everything other people know, I promise you on everything Mr. Beast has done. Amazon,
That's
if you can
crazy.
get your money back, get your money back.
So this guy right here who claims to be a former employee is now saying this is only the tip of the iceberg of the crazy things going on at Mr. Beast Studios. I mean, I gotta be honest with you guys, seeing the downfall of Mr. Beast would be like the most insane story in YouTube history, and it would be really, really bad for the platform as a whole. And as someone like, this is my job, I'm not thrilled to hear about that, but hey, if there's some sick shit going on, it's gotta come to light. Like, I thought this boy Mr. Beast was going to be running for president by the time I turned 40, but his whole operation could end up being taken down by one single person. Now, this is where more messages began to surface, apparently being shared by a then 14-year-old who was in a Snapchat conversation with Tyson back in 2019. And first, they're just kind of trying to show the proof that this was the legitimate Kris. They click on the profile there, go straight to his new Snapchat thing he's got going on. And so as you can see, they're having some sort of conversation via Snapchat, which wouldn't exactly be surprising to me, as a lot of strange people like to go onto Snapchat because they think, oh, the messages, they're not going to be there forever. And as you guys can see here, apparently Kris is once again calling this person dad, which he was also apparently doing to the Lava character we talked about yesterday. And honestly, within these messages, I don't really see anything necessarily inappropriate going on. I mean, I guess he was sending some peculiar emojis, but it's still just weird to me. Like, why were you in contact on private messengers with several people who were not even close to being of age? Like, anytime that's even a thing, I already see that as a huge red flag, and y'all kind of know where there's smoke, there's usually fire. And as you guys can see, much like their Twitter page, when I go and try and click on Kris's Snapchat, his profile is nowhere to be found, leading people to believe that he's trying to further cover up this evidence.
Look more sus, bro. You in this fire pit, and anything you do is making you look more sus.
I mean, wiping your socials clean, to me, is never the look of an innocent person. And here's to me where things start getting super f***ed up. Like, if the allegations I'm about to show you are true, oh, Kris is just beyond cooked. Like, they shouldn't even return to the internet. Now, I will say, these type of videos can be faked, but you would have to be pretty good at digital graphics, just like I said with the Dr. Disrespect situation. Now, this person came forward anonymously, which I would completely understand, especially given what we've seen that guy Lava go through the last 24 hours and the way people have straight up ridiculed him. But they say, I would like to stay anonymous, but Kris Tyson was texting me back in 2020 when I was 14. I'm 18 now. I commented on one of his tweets. He saw it and messaged me when I was young and I couldn't see what he was doing was and manipulating me, but looking back at it, I can see it now. And so once again, this anonymous source just kind of wanted to show proof that they were talking to the real Kris, apparently. And as you guys can see there, they scroll through the DMs, they click to his profile, and that is indeed Kris's profile that now has no tweets. I mean, I'm not saying you would have to be like some sort of computer genius to do this, but to me, this does all look pretty legit. And so the message thread starts apparently in the middle of a conversation where he says, nothing, how is that video turning out? Good. And then he shares a link to a Mr. Beast video. I opened a free bank, which let me check on my phone if like the dates line up. He claims this happened in 2020. Oh my God. The dates line up, everyone, 4 years ago. Oh man. I don't know why, like, sent a bit of a shiver down my spine. Okay. So he says, I barely got screen time. I wish you could see me more. To which this person says, I wish I was in a video. And apparently Kris says, me too. It's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. And at first when I read these alleged messages, I was thinking, well, there's still no proof that the person was like underage.
Me too is crazy though.
And apparently Kris says, me too, it's too soon though. I could introduce you to everyone when you get a little older, apparently. And the person says, yeah, that would be awesome. But then Kris allegedly says, your birthday is coming up, isn't it? Yeah, December 2nd. You're turning...
Damn. Mine's December 1st. Damn, December baby's feet about
14. This person allegedly says, I don't know where the party will be at. My mom is still deciding. Like, if we're to believe these messages are real, and someone's talking about their birthday to you, and you're a grown man, and they're talking about, oh, my mom is still deciding where my birthday is gonna be at, like if it's gonna be at Peter Piper Pizza, like how many red flags would there need to be that you might be doing something horribly wrong here? And this is where things get crazy. He says, what do you want? I could give you anything. And then this person says, we could play Fortnite. I beat you last time.
Last time? Last time?
Meaning they've possibly had some sort of private conversation over games once
time?
again. For all you parents out there watching right now, please deeply monitor what your kid is doing
Facts.
on the game and who they're talking to.
Facts.
That is one of the main avenues that people who are interested in kids will use to talk to them and lure them in. Not saying that that happened here. I'm just saying wise up to all that shit. If you're not, because I'm sure most of you are very good parents. You don't want anything expensive for your birthday? I could spoil you. I don't know. It's fine, look at my snap. So what? The channels of communication just continue to overlap, if this is true. This person just says, okay, we've been here for a while now. I'm tired. Texting you is the only thing keeping me awake right now. God. When you leave, we could play Fort or Minecraft. Not the most notorious game for weirdos. I love you.
What the
I meant
fuck?
I love playing Minecraft with you. I'm telling you guys.
Oh, this is absurd.
Guys, if this shit is real, this whole thing, this whole Mr. Beast operation is gonna have such a giant stain on it. And just right now, I'm finding these other things he was sending out, apparently via this Reddit account, where he says, why the f would you use your VR headset for anything other than 3D and that same type of art? Gang. God. I mean, I could see this much more easily being faked, but Jesus Christ. But you can still get teen love. 14-year-olds always stay 14? Pokemon came out to say, I don't know all the details regarding the Ava situation, but I want to make it clear. Any inappropriate behavior towards minors is unacceptable, regardless of who you are. Well, thank you, Pokey, for the boldest statement of 2024. This also...
JAMARI. What the fuck got me weak? Oh my god, bro, this man be having me weak, gang.
Regardless of who you are. Well, thank you, Pokey, for the boldest statement of 2024. This also went viral yesterday with this old footage resurfaced. Kris Tyson old YouTube channel found where he shared revenge pics with his audience of Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly.
So, recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out, and she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly. You'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean,
What the nah. The link's in the description if you guys want to see that. Bro.
Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that, you know, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
So this guy literally comes out to likely his mostly kid audience and says, yeah, like, I know how much this revenge can really damage someone's life, how it can lead people to do terrible things to themselves. I don't endorse the spreading of these pictures, but hey, by the way, link in the description. And in the future, I really do want to have a greater conversation, as I kind of had before, about how wrong it is that, you know, viewing adult videos and adult images and the addiction to all that stuff and how it's become so normalized and how it's making so many people pretty much sick in their head. I mean, I can't do anything but pretty much pray for the kids today because they're probably exposed to so much so early on in their life. I mean, I truly do believe that, like, the normalization of pretty much having that addiction has really damaged our society as a whole. Oh shit. Right as I'm making this video, I just went to check out their Twitter page 24 seconds ago. The statement has been released. Oh,
Wait, I want to read it. I'd like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comment if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health.
released.
What do you see?
Oh shit! Mr. Beast made the call. The black SUV showed up to Chris's crib. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. Nah, we're gonna need more than an apology. You gotta get up there on the stand, big dog. If
Facts.
it hurt or offended anyone, yeah, I think it was pretty f***ed up what you were doing. Seeing my recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast. He said, get away from my brand and social media to focus on my family and my mental health. I'm sorry, but this statement is not good enough for me. It shouldn't be good enough for anyone who's like a big fan of Mr. Beast. We need to see more than this. Mr. Beast needs to come out and say something.
You know what's crazy? Well, what this guy said over here with the in the car video, claiming he's a former employee, him saying that I guess Kris was gonna take legal action or threaten. Yeah, now you can't do shit, buddy. Now you can't do shit.
And this needs to be addressed on a deeper level. Like, this makes him look even more guilty to me. This makes him look like, yes, I was trying to scrub everything, and let me just like make this post real quick before everything gets really bad. What a crazy day. Nah, Mr. Beast, this is the last tweet, bro. You gotta say something. All I gotta say is what a crazy 72 hours it has been. I also want to put the disclaimer out there. Everything that I've said in this video is technically all speculation.
It is.
You
Crazy.
shouldn't take any of it as a fact. But
Crazy,
oh my god,
bro.
does this all look horrible? Why every YouTuber? Why every person just like being exposed this year? It's crazy. Either way, y'all let me know what you guys think down below. I mean, what a bombshell video. But as you guys know, though, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman.
The Tan Superman. Prospect got it. Dog. Imagine this man right here. Just imagine how it would be if he gets into some shit, bro, or something gets exposed with him. It's fucking raps, bro. It's fucking raps. What a crazy video, dog. Crazy. Can't seriously be this hard to not be attracted. Yep, facts. Mr. B should have called this out earlier. His audience is mostly facts. YouTube so soft, we're gonna be bleeping words like bread and eggs soon. Fact. Pokimane saying she don't know all the details when she literally crucified Doc before any evidence was added is comical. Who asked for her opinion? Let's be real. Who asked for her opinion, bro? Just every YouTuber is getting exposed. Leave the... Yep. Yeah, this is a mess, gang. This is a mess. Alright. I wouldn't be surprised if more shit comes out, and JAMARI, of course, he's gonna be on top of it. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy.